to their running backs if they want to control the pace of the game. It's Forte's Jets going up against Peterson's Vikings. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're at the newest stadium in the NFL, and its inaugural year. There's a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
To me, the best part of Teddy Bridgewater's game is his decision-making. Very smart, loves to watch the game, loves to analyze it, and he does it so well, he takes care of the football and keeps his team in good spots.
They come out here in the eye. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And a nice gain at 21 yards. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long run.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
They run again on first down, Peterson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
3rd down now following the run. Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Let's go. Blue 58.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Going up top. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Vikings are going to have it now, first and goal.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. And the defense for New York.
David Harris is a playmaker at inside linebacker and also one of the most durable guys in the league.
Working with a second and goal now from the 3. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Surveying the field. And the Vikings are in for the touchdown. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Geno Smith has always loved the game of football. Dissects a lot of film, really is invested that way, has a good live arm. Should use his feet a little bit more to help himself out. His mobility never in question, but he likes to stay in the pocket and not leave it.
They'll come out in the pistol. First carry for Matt Forte. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Smith. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll give it up to Forte. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down. Again they run. Again it's Forte. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Brian Robinson in on the tackle. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Linval Joseph is in a hurry to get his name mentioned as one of the top defensive tackles in the game. I think he's accomplishing his goal.
Second down following the run. A shotgun snap for Smith. Dumps off to Powell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. To throw on second down is Smith. He's got time. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Holding, offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. This is the running back, Powell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, Smith. Looking for someone to throw to. And Davis with it left side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. And Folk's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And the Vikings now heading up. Last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical.
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Second down, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. The left side caught by Diggs. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. A good pickup there at 22. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
McKinnon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Bridgewater fakes a give to Peterson. Finding time. It's caught by Treadwell. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now McKinnon. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. They run it with McKinnon. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, The only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So with a 4th and goal looming, we'll step aside. 7-3 the score. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lutz's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
The drive begins with a run by Forte. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Geno now to throw. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
Fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, Smith. Right side, there's Decker. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now Geno. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, this is Forte. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Man, it wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They come out here in the eye. Here's Smith now on second down. He's got time in the pocket. To Decker over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now Gino on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Okay, offense, you're getting down close, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. I say take the 3 points. Plenty of game left to play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Folk's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They run again with Peterson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater surveying the field. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sheldon Richardson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So on 4th down, here's a punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Back deep is Jeremy Ross. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Smith on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So 2nd and 10 here. Forte, the lone running back. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. Complete to the tight end, Jason Morrow. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Give. This is Forte. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on second down is Smith. His throw here is incomplete. Eric Decker, the intended target. Third down here. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing on third down, Smith. He finds Tompkins complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd and 10, Smith. It's hauled in by Devin Smith. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Forte, the lone running back. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
False start, offense.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Throwing again is Smith. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back out onto the field now. Here comes the Jet defense. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
They start the drive with Peterson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
7 yards to go on second down. Bridgewater gives to Peterson on the draw. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
What a tremendous play by the defensive line. Instead of getting too far upfield against the draw, able to hold their spot and make a big play in the backfield.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Got a man, it's right. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And right with it here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Time to step aside. More from Minneapolis after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. First down throw for Bridgewater. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Bridgewater on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Bridgewater again. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. He's got time. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Jeff Locke now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Vikings are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Jets didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's roll the highlights. Vikings lined up at the 5. It's going to be a run play here, and he cap off the 8-play drive with a touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. 3rd down from inside the 40, with plenty of pressure this half and another sack. This will go for a loss of 8. Now till late in the 2nd. So once again, sack the QB. This will go for a loss of 8. Staying late in the 2nd. Simon's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go for a loss of 7. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Godden.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. So out now come the Jets. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They start the second half with a run by Forte. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Forte. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
False start, offense.
The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now first down and 15. They'll try the air now with Smith. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Play action. It's Smith. Over the middle to Smith. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Gino on first down. And his pass incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. And that'll bring up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They come up in an offset eye. Second and 10, Smith again. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Third and long, it's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get happy if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go.
Second down, Bridgewater. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A play fake to Peterson. Now Bridgewater. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So off is Bridgewater, on the kicker Blair Walsh on 4th down. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, Smith. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Forte, the lone running back. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. To Decker over the middle. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Out of the pistol, Forte. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Chad Greenway in on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Forte. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Smith going to throw on 3rd-and-1. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Their dangerous wide receiver from 19 yards away. And the Jets have taken the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Gino's going to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Oh, little 360. Here comes the Jets defense as they ready themselves. Yeah, they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter. To those guys on defense, I know they're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker's able to get his confidence back as well.
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Again, Peterson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Second down, Bridgewater. Finding time. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 4 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's got time in the pocket. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Here's McKinnon, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They run once more with McKinnon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Offense.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Third and goal for Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's 4th and 4. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And tough starting field position here. They start on the ground with Forte. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the defense has got it. And this is recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Bridgewater will try and throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Gino on 1st down. Surveying the field. A dump off to Forte. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Forte, the lone running back. Here's Smith now on 2nd down, and that'll be incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. This is Forte. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Jets defense, we watch them get set to go now. And their last turn out there, they got the fourth down stop in the red zone. How much does that momentum carry forward, or is it just kind of washed out and it doesn't carry forward?
Well, a lot of coaches would love to tell you, hey, it's possession to possession, let the last one go. There's no way that doesn't carry forward. That type of energy, that type of emotion, that type of toughness, that's what you preach to these guys all the time. Oh, it definitely moves forward with them.
Yeah, the offense, they'll be trying to erase that memory. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Second down, Peterson. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. On third down, Bridgewater. And some room to roam now. And he slides to avoid the hit. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Peterson alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Third and long for Bridgewater. He's got time. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there, and that brings up 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now here's Ross. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st down, Smith finding time. Look at the time. Going deep now for Decker. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. He's got time in the pocket. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Get ready! White 90! White 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Get ready.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd down and 4.
Strong right.
Bridgewater. Oh, no, he lost the football. They find some open field here. He's at the 30. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the 2nd half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Nick Folk for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Set. Wide 80.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Peterson alone in the backfield. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Surveying the field. Throwing right, and that's complete. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
first down. Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Lorenzo Molden in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Second down, Bridgewater. Left side caught by Diggs. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Bridgewater off the play fake to McKinnon. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Jeff Locke now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Drops it underneath to Forte. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Geno. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Fresh set of downs here. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. On first down, it's Smith. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Forte, the lone running back. Now a play fake here on first down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, Forte. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on third down. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Powell. And he'll be brought down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Let's go. Play 90. Hey, play 90. Hey.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll be 1st down Vikings. He'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Back to throw. Finding time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. He's back to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Now Bridgewater. A dump down to McKinnon. Call it a pickup of 7. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start, offense.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Let's go. 180.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.